Hi yoga friends, I thought I'd pop in real quick and show you how to do the default style of Viniyoga breathing and talk a little bit about breath-centric yoga. So if you are ever taking a one-on-one session with me, or if you take a class with me somewhere, there's two things that are going to happen. I'm going to always give you instructions on how to move in and out of postures using the breath. And you will also get these stick figures that have breath cues. So you can see it has inhale and exhale marked on all of the transitions in and out of postures. So in Viniyoga and in a breath-centric yoga practice, which means that instead of the focus being on what the pose looks like from the outside, or going for some kind of aesthetic alignment, like making your leg completely straight, or making your back bend look a particular way, or getting your hand all the way to the floor in triangle pose. So instead of those things being the focus of a yoga practice, instead the emphasis is on how you are using your breath and the biomechanics of breathing to move you in and out of a posture. So we have like a way to do that in a Viniyoga practice, and like all things Viniyoga, like it is always this way, except when it's not. So generally we are always using the breath in a particular way in a Viniyoga practice. However, there are some exceptions. So if you have a particular structural concern, or if you are trying to get a specific energetic benefit of doing a pose a certain way, or doing a transition a certain way, you might make some changes to this breath and how you use it in an asana practice. But for most of the time, and for most of the time when I'm working with clients, you're always using this particular way of breathing, except when you're not. So I'll take just a couple moments to teach you the default Viniyoga breath. And I know this is like the vertical iPhone photography is not great. However, it's the best way to show you my whole torso. So when you inhale, well, first, I mean, obviously you're breathing anyway, but first, just take a moment to sit tall wherever you are. You're probably sitting when you're watching this video. If you're standing, that's fine too. Just kind of make your spine as long as possible. And then we'll use the breath to help emphasize that length in the spine. So just take a few moments first just to feel your breath in and out through your nose. You can close your eyes if you want. You don't have to watch me when you're doing this. So you might feel the rise and fall of your chest, or some movement in your belly or your shoulders. So just notice what you feel when you breathe in and out a couple times. And then we'll start to control the breath a little bit. So now when you inhale, focus on the feeling of your ribs expanding and lift your chest up. And at the end of your inhale, you can relax your belly. And then when you exhale, first contract your belly from the bottom up, and then relax your ribs and relax your shoulders down. And so when you inhale, the rib cage expands, the chest lifts, your belly relaxes last. And then when you exhale, belly in, ribs in, shoulders relax. So you can also think of this when you inhale, the breath is moving from the top down, the ribs to the belly. And then when you exhale, it's moving from the bottom up, from the belly to the ribs to the shoulders. So the inhale is a downward movement, and the exhale is an upward movement. So the key points are, when you inhale, the ribs lift, the ribs expand, the chest lifts. When you exhale, the belly squeezes in and up. And so you can keep that up if you want, or you can relax your breath for a moment. So when you're using this in a yoga practice, you're coordinating your breath and movement together. So naturally, or when we're controlling it Viniyoga style, when you inhale, the ribs expand and chest lifts. That will help facilitate the movement, for example, into a back bend, where you lift your chest and contract the muscles in your back. And when you contract your belly in and up, that's going to facilitate movements like forward bends, where you are rotating your pelvis back and stretching your low back in a forward bend. So that's the default Viniyoga breath. You can try using that in your yoga practice. So if you're taking a vinyasa class, there's often breath cues to move in and out of postures, but you're not necessarily really using those biomechanics of the breath, or those cues aren't given in a vinyasa class. You're just kind of inhale, do this, exhale, do that, and it's like breath and movement are running parallel to each other. But when you are doing a breath-centric yoga practice, you're actually using your breath to help generate that movement. So that's the distinction there. Give that a try in your yoga practice and let me know how it goes. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and pop them in the comments below. I've got a whole bunch of new stuff happening and coming down the pike. So if you're a teacher and you want to learn how to draw these stick figures, I have a video course available and I put a link in the comments below. And I have some other fun stuff coming up, so if you want to stay in the know, make sure you sign up for my newsletter, and you can find that at www.omchantress.com. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!